and welcome back to the Various Topics Show. I'm your host, MattAlford, and I'm so glad you are here with me today. Whether you are tuning in on Spotify, watching on YouTube, or catching us somewhere in between, thank you for showing up. This community means everything. Today, we are diving into a topic that sits close to my heart. The wisdom of seasons. Not just the seasons outside your window, though we will touch on that, but the seasons of life. The chapters, the changes, the moments where everything shifts and you have to trust the process. I have got a powerful scripture lined up for us today. A surprise to share at the end and a whole lot of good energy to bring your way. So get comfortable, turn up the volume, and let's get into it. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a season of life where nothing seemed to be going the way you planned? Maybe it was a hard season. Maybe things felt uncertain. But looking back, you realize that season was actually shaping you into who you are today. I truly believe that is the hand of the Almighty at work, Jesus Christ, the higher power. I choose to anchor my life in does not waste a single season, not one, whether you are in a season of harvest or a season of waiting. There is a purpose in all of it. And what I love most about this topic is that it appeals to everyone. You do not have to be going through something dramatic for this to hit home. Sometimes the most ordinary seasons, the quiet ones, the routine ones, are the ones that do the deepest work in us. And speaking of seasons, I want to bring you one of my absolute favorite passages of Scripture. This comes from the book of Ephesians, chapter 3, verses 1 through 9. This is our word for today, brought to you as part of our Holy Bible Journey segment here on the show. For everything, there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born and a time to pass. A time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to seek and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to tear and a time to sue. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. What gain has the worker from his toil? Y'all, every single time I read that passage, I feel something new. There is a time for everything. That means the hard season you are in right now is not permanent. And the good season you are enjoying, hold it with gratitude because it is a gift. The worker's toil, that last verse, is such a real question. What do we gain from all our effort? I believe the answer is found not in what we accumulate, but in who we became and whose we are. When we walk in faith, the gain is deeper than anything the world can measure. And that right there is the heart of today's episode. Whatever season you find yourself in, lean into it. Trust the process. Trust the one who designed the seasons in the first place. I want to say a genuine thank you to every single one of you who tuned in today. Whether this is your first episode or you have been rocking with me from the start. I see you and I appreciate you more than words can say. Oh, and I mentioned the surprise at the top of the show. Stay tuned until the very end of this episode because I have got something special coming up your way that I think you are really going to enjoy. If this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Leave a comment on YouTube, drop a rating on Spotify, and subscribe so you never miss what we are bringing next. This is your host, MattAlford, reminding you to stay safe, stay faithful, and adore one another well. Until next time.